Hi, everyone. This is Rhonda Rawlings. I'm so excited and honored to be sitting with the legendary Mr. Doug Garrett. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I don't know about legendary.
Legendary, legendary.
But thank
In
you.
Greenville, you are one of the premier business owners. Your name is known, you're widely respected. And so I'm really excited to be sitting here with you, not just because
Thank
it's
you.
Black History Month, but just in general. And
Thank
you
you.
are a part of the 2026 Black History USA calendar. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Garrett is September 2026. So, just wanted to ask you a few questions
All right.
about how you got started in the business. You know, your dad, who passed away just a few years ago, was such a widely respected and well-loved individual as well. So, Watkin Garrett and Woods.
That's
Can you
correct.
talk to us a little bit about how that got started?
Okay. Well, Watkins Garrett and Woods Mortuary was founded in 1952. And it started out as Watkins, Arnold, and Shepherd. And my father and Mr. Woods bought into Watkins Garrett and Woods in 1954. We kept the name Watkins Arnold Shepherd and for a while until maybe 1960. And then we, Watkins Garrett and Woods. My father came to Greenville as the first Black county farm agent working out of Clemson Extension Service in this area, in the Greenville area. And he and Miss Arnold worked together. She was a home ec rep for Clemson Extension Service.
Okay.
So they taught in the schools around this area, in the Black schools around this area, as well as went out to different farms. There were a lot of farming families back in that time. Ms. Arnold and my dad were like brothers and sisters, and as she and Mr. Arnold began to age, they wanted somebody to take on their vision, so they asked my dad if he would buy into the business, and he did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and and Mr. Woods bought Mr. Shepherd's part, and that's how we became Watkins Garrett and Woods.
Watkin Garrett and Woods. Okay. And so how did, from moving from a farm agent working with Clemson Extension to owning a mortuary is a pretty big jump there. So how did he,
Well,
did he
he
have to go back to school for the mortuary business?
at
How
that
did he learn that?
at that time he was able to. At that time, they had a test that you would take in order to get your funeral director's license. And he just would study everything he could find out about the industry, as well as cultivated some friendships with people in the industry around the state, who gave him a lot of insight and wisdom in, some of the firms that were prominent in that time.
And then
So-
you
And then
came along.
I came along
You got your degree in.
in mortuary science, yes. After I got my bachelor's degree from Benedict.
Okay.
Yeah, so my father also remained with Clemson Extension Service until he retired after 25 years with the Extension Service. So he retired out of the Extension Service as well as managed the funeral
The
home.
business. Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
And so that leads me to my next question is what types of things did you learn from your dad? What did he instill in you? Because this type of business, I know that you have to have a great deal of empathy, a great deal of professionalism, and you're dealing sometimes with high stress situations. So what types of things did your dad instill in you as far as the business is concerned and as far as life is concerned?
Well, one of the things that he taught me early on, and as a young man, I would ride with him when he would go as an extension service agent out to different families and whatnot. And many of the families that we serve now are families that I got to know when I was a little kid riding around with him with the extension servers. But one of the things he told me, we had gone someplace and, the family was in, kind of poverty-stricken family and everything. And I was like, Dad, how do, but they loved my father. And I was like, but Daddy, you really seem, to be able to help those people and do, something for them. He said, well, son, always remember something. People don't have to be bothered with you. Mm-hmm. And that's always stuck with me because it's not about who you are as a person. It's about that person and what you can do for them and how you can help them. I learned that, people ask you what your superpower is in some ways, and some folks might think it's, my superpower for me is kindness and love. Something that we don't value it that much today. I may never be a extremely wealthy person or anything, but I feel like the wealth that I gain from the people that I serve and have grown to love and know is my wealth. Now, I don't know, everybody else may not feel that way, but that's what it is for me.
Right. I agree. And especially the people that you serve. As you said, I've met, of course, I know you, I've met your dad, and you both have this just soft-spoken kindness about you that I can imagine the people that come to you, that come to your business, definitely appreciate.
Well,
and you can feel it.
Oh, yeah. Well, people come to you in a vulnerable time, and they grow to trust you over a period of time. Not at first, in situations that a family's in when they've lost a loved one or whatever. There's a lot of different emotions going on: fear, sadness, loss. And if I can assuage some of that in some way to just give them that comfort, that's what it's about, to try to give them, help them find that place of peace that they need,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what are some of how do you help someone in that situation? Or are there certain, is there like a verse that you go to? Is there a phrase or something that you learned from your dad in order to help people through such difficult times? For instance, around the pandemic, when there were record numbers of people that were passing away at that time, and it was a very heartbreaking time when people they weren't able to see their loved ones sometimes when they passed away. So how did you handle all that, and how did you deal with it for yourself as well? Like, what was your North Star, or what was your phrase or verse or something that got you through those difficult moments?
Well, as always, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lead not unto thine own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. That's always got me through everything, but in that time of COVID, I lost a lot of people that I loved, people families that we serve, people that I've known all my life, people that, poured into me, and it was a hard time. I lost friends of mine that were in the funeral business. I lost several friends that were owned funeral homes and whatnot across the nation that were stricken by COVID. And, but thank God, me and my staff, we were able to, we just tried to concentrate on following the protocols that we needed to follow and try to keep those protocols with the families that we serve, so that we could, be able to serve everyone faithfully and serve them by, protecting them as well as ourselves. So we came through it without any of our staff being really affected. Some of them did catch COVID during that time, but nobody had it, severely where they. So we were really blessed. But it was a lot of praying going on during that time.
And I'm sure for us all.
Yeah, and we would get together and pray and just do what we needed to do. Yeah.
Well, I know that this community respects you and just loves you so much, and is really thankful for all the work that you've done and the impact that you had on so many families. So we know, I mentioned that you were in the Black History USA calendar. It's Black History Month. Can you name a couple of figures in Black history that you particularly look up to?
Well, Frederick Douglass, because my name is Fred Douglas Garrett Jr. So he was, for me, the first person who was able to successfully use what we would call now social media, in a sense. He was the most photographed. People don't realize that Frederick Douglass was the most photographed man of his time, of any color, in that time frame. And he used the photograph as a means of showing not only Black people, but the Caucasian society, that we had presence and that we had stature. And along with that, when they met him and heard his oratory and everything, they were just blown away. That was what made him such an effective communicator, to the point where Abraham Lincoln would listen to him. He became an ambassador later on. He was widely listened to, not just here in America, but in England. They have him come over and across the world. So he was one of my persons. The other one was Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. And one of his, I'm kind of paraphrasing what one of his quotes was, but it's not a calamity to be able to have a dream and fail at it. The calamity is not to dream and try.
I love that. And I don't know that I've heard that one before. And I'm just now realizing that your name is Frederick Douglass. Just Frederick Douglass Garrett.
Well, Fred, yeah.
Garrett. Okay.
It's a funny story. My dad, his name was really Frederick Douglass Garrett, but he didn't like the Frederick part, so he changed it to Fred, for himself. And so I'm Fred Garrett Jr.
Oh, wow. So he changed his name from Frederick to Fred.
Yes.
Okay.
And my third person would be Ronald McNair, who was in this, and out of two of those that I named, Dr. Mays and Ronald McNair, those are my fraternity brothers, Omega Psi Phi. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. You had to put that in there. You want to say it again? I had to get that in.
No, one time is enough.
One time is good.
Yeah.
So, as I said before, you are such a treasured member of our community, and we just are thankful for all that you do. And we want to present you this Black History USA Leadership Award for 2026 to
Thank you.
Doug Garrett Jr.
Thank you so much.
So if anyone would like more information, you can log on to blackhistoryusa.com for more information on the calendar, and to read about some of the honorees over the years and the people that are featured in the calendar this month.
And I want to thank you, Ms. Rhonda, for all that you do in our community.
Thank you.
Yes,
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
All right.